Welcome to the AI Automations for Business podcast. We're your hosts, Katie and Noel, and we'll be discussing how you can use AI for your business along with the latest news, updates, and automations to help you stay ahead of the curve, allowing you to grow and scale your business more efficiently. Please be sure to subscribe, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello and welcome back to another episode. Hi, hello, I'm Katie, and as always, I've got Noel here with me today. Hi Noel, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, yeah. Just trying to keep cool in this crazy weather.
Yeah, we're currently experiencing a heat wave here in the UK.
Yeah.
And as everyone knows, us Brits love to moan about the weather.
We do.
Yeah, hot, cold, dry, raining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never just right.
No, never. So today's podcast episode, we are covering lots and lots of updates, and we're also not just telling you the updates, but also how they would affect you and also your business, or how you're using AI or automations for your business. So, Noel, shall we start with the very first update? Because there's quite a few, isn't there, this week?
There is, yeah. There's lots from one particular AI provider, which I'm sure is probably going to be the podcast description. But I thought we'll go in with one of the little updates or little bits of news that came out last week.
Okay.
And and that was basically OpenAI, one of their models, solved a 80-year-old maths problem, which kind of baffled mathematician professors and PhD students. It was quite funny that watching them and their kind of like reaction to it. Like, two of them quoted that they'd lost multiple nights' sleep over this AI's ability to outdo them in a maths problem.
Really?
It was quite funny watching them, because they were just completely couldn't get over it. But yeah, essentially what it did is it kind of AI kind of looked at it a bit outside the box. So it used multiple different, maths problems and basically stuck them all together to come out with one solution. So it used lots of different things that like as humans hadn't even thought of,
right.
So yeah, that's why that no one solved it for 80 years, because they hadn't really thought outside the box. But yeah, that's the first time that it's really solved, or AI has solved like a big maths problem. So yeah,
it's very cool.
It is, yeah, really cool, yeah.
I mean, I don't think the mathematicians are probably saying that, but yeah,
no.
It's very cool.
Yeah, they did lots of checking it, how it did it all, and making sure it was all correct. And to their surprise, it was. It did.
Wow.
Yeah. No real use cases in the real world, I don't think, for that particular maths problem just yet.
Okay.
So I did do some searching. It didn't really come back with much that was of anything noteworthy. It's not going to change our lives anytime soon.
At the moment.
No.
Okay.
But who knows? The next math problem, it might.
It might. It very well might open up the key to something else.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the next set of updates are all from Google. So I would say they've been very quiet this year up until now. They always come out with stuff in bulk. They're a bit like Apple. They don't drip feed products. They release them like twice a year or whatever, don't they? So they have like a big event. So Google's big event was the other week. And they released tons and tons of new stuff. Lots of it isn't related to AI or any sort of automation stuff. So we're going to skip all over that. We'll be here all day otherwise.
Also not relevant, yeah.
Very true, not relevant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've picked out 4 particular things I think it would be really interesting for everyone in this sort of space.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess to start off with is the new model, which is Gemini 3.5 Flash, which sounds very.
They've called it that. I love that they've added Flash on the end.
Yeah, that's kind of like their. So with Gemini models, Flash is kind of like the quick model, which
Yeah.
kind of makes sense. And then they also then have a Pro model. So there isn't a 3.5 Pro yet, but
Okay.
there is a Flash model.
Yeah, I always love the flash bit on the end. It always just like makes me chuckle. It makes me think of like, I don't know, like either like the Flash cleaning spray or like Flash Gordon.
Yeah. No, there's no flying monkeys in this update.
Oh, okay. All right.
But showing our age a bit there, is it? But
Yeah.
but with 3.5 Flash, obviously it's more smarter than the 3 Pro.
Yeah.
It outdoes it on lots of benchmarks and stuff like that. But I find it very hard to get my head around benchmarks. I'm sure there's lots of people that listen to this who, look at the tables and think, well, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess Noel's topped it for whenever a new model comes out. What I always look at is it like a generational leap? Is it, going up by a lot or just a tiny bit? Is there new features that have been added? And ultimately from like an AI API cost, like how much is this going to cost me if I plug it into an agent? So those are kind of the things that I'm more interested in. So with 3.5 Flash, I wouldn't say it's a generational leap. It's a decent jump from 3 Pro. It's not adding in any real new features. It's multimodal, just like normal Gemini models. So you can put in images, video, audio, and it can get on and do stuff with it. So yeah, there's nothing there. But in terms of cost, it is actually cheaper than Gemini 3 Pro on the API.
Interesting.
Which, yeah, it's interesting, but I did a bit more digging on this and I found something quite interesting. So, yes, it's cheaper, but actually in the long run, it's more expensive because what they're finding when they're running these benchmark tests is that 3.5 Flash is actually using far more tokens than 3 Pro. So by the time you've added it all together, it's costing you more money than what 3 Pro would. So that's something to bear in mind. So yeah, don't just look at the API costs and then think it's cheaper, I'm going to go crazy because it is going to chew through tokens far quicker.
Okay, that's a good top tip.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been using it on Clyde actually. I'm plugging it into my AI agent there, and yeah, I would say he's been quite thirsty, and now I've looked into it, it does make a bit more sense.
Okay, so it is burning through tokens a lot more than the 3 Pro.
Yes, in one benchmark, the average is about 36 million tokens to do the full test, and then 3.5 Flash will got through 78 million. So it's a bit more than double.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say, if you're using the Gemini app, I'm sure you're getting lots of usage out of it and stuff like that. I'd say it would be very good, very quick, very useful. Yeah.
Okay.
Worth noting the API.
Yeah. Should we go on to talk about Gemini Spark?
Yes. So this is an interesting one. This is their AI agent that they're bringing out. So the other week, OpenAI brought out a couple of little agents, didn't they, that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. So this is kind of like Google's kind of take on this. So it kind of works on the cloud. So you don't need to have like your laptop or your phone up and running at all times. You can shut the lid and walk off, and it's just going to keep carrying on working while you're away, which is great. And what one really cool feature is it will actually work within the Chrome browser. I mean, why wouldn't it? It's one of Google's products, so you might as well put the two together.
Yeah.
So in terms of computer use, it should be far, far better than anything that like OpenAI or Claude could cobble together. They're very good. I give it that, but I'm pretty sure that that Spark will be able to use some sneaky little features in the back end that other people don't know about. So it should be a lot more efficient in that sense. You can connect it to pretty much anything. So it's mainly using the Model Context Protocol, or MCP, to connect to apps. So most apps that you're using in your business today will have not only API access but also MCP. So if you look within your settings and things like that, you'll be able to find how to get those codes and links and things like that, and you'll be able to connect that then into Spark. So yeah, really, really helpful. That means you can connect thousands of apps into it, and you're not really doing a great deal either. You're just copying a link, going through putting in your password, and that's it. You're done, and then Spark can then do whatever you need to do. So yeah, really, really clever. The other thing, and it's kind of links to another release as well. So they will be giving Spark access to the AI agent payment protocol, which is coming soon on the Chrome browser. So, and what they also released, which is kind of linked to this, and I didn't realize that the agent payment protocol was a thing until I did some research on this topic. But they're also bringing out like a common cart. So you could be shopping on many different websites. You could be, clothes shopping on 3 different sites, and then you could just check out using the Google cart, which will get everything together, and then you just do one payment instead of 3 or 4 or whatever. So yeah, for my thinking, I thought, well, that'd be quite clever if there was an agent attached to this. And then, yeah, like I said, I did some research. It was like, well, there is a payment protocol coming soon. I was like, well, there we go.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So what does the Google cart mean, like, for businesses who do sell like things on their website? So it could be, maybe it's courses, maybe it's one-to-one. Will they be able to be part of it, or would you say like maybe it's mainly for like shopping, like clothes, and rather than for services?
I think most of the things that we're talking about was like general shopping. But yeah, I guess you're kind of going to need like a cart system which is going to be compliant and allowed to attach to it, I would have thought. So
okay.
I don't know, there's like apps like Thrivecart, which I know you've used in the past, Katie. So I don't know if that would be part of it, or there's many other different options.
Or if it's going to be things like Shopify and
yes, I would have thought Shopify would definitely have this nailed down. They'd be all over that, wouldn't they? Making it easier. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. But I think if you're selling any products online, I think now we need to start thinking about, will an AI agent want to buy from me? Not will the person buy, but will the agent for that person want to buy? So
making sure that those sales pages have all the information.
Yes.
So that's going to be really interesting, because obviously a lot of people currently buy products or maybe even services via ads. So maybe they've seen a video that is an ad for a product or a service, and then they go to buy. And I'm just wondering, without the ad, is the sales page going to have enough information for that AI agent to then go buy? Because at the moment, obviously, all of the adverts and our sales pages are set up for humans to buy. So of course a lot of it goes into the emotion and why they need it and why they can't live without it, and how it's going to change their lives, how it's going to make them feel better, all of those things. But does an AI agent care about those things? Unless I guess the person has said, in the instructions, I want something that, and whatever they put in is an emotional reason. Yeah,
I think it's also, I know this is getting a bit nerdy, but it's almost, you need to make sure that the code that the agent can read is actually giving the information that would be helpful. So it's not going to look at the page. It doesn't care about the colors. It doesn't care
No.
about, you could have like things that could be within an image to,
Yeah.
say, well, look, these 5 things. It's like, well, I can't see it. So, those are forgotten.
Yeah.
So it's kind of important. And it kind of links into the AI SEO stuff that we did with Milana last year.
Yeah. Great
So
episode.
absolutely, yeah, loads of information, yeah. But it kind of all interlinks into that. So the AI is just looking at a code snippet,
Yeah.
and I would go off ask AI, any model, how to do it. It will tell you to do it, and it will give you the code snippet, to make it better. But
Yeah.
one of the big things that it does like is FAQs. It loves an FAQ.
Yeah.
I
And that
mean,
was something that Milana was really saying in that episode, which we will link in the show notes before. It was in series 1. And yeah, Milana was going into so much detail about that, wasn't she? And saying like about the FAQs and how important they were to have on every page.
yes,
No,
yeah.
not just the sales page, but like every page of your website, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. And you kind of almost need to link the content that's on the page to those FAQs as well. So they can't be completely, unrelated kind of
Yeah.
thing. It will soon spot if there's something amiss and things like that. So yeah, you can't quite fool it, but yeah, it's important to have those on there. And you have to have them within the script code kind of thing, which AI can produce for you. So yeah, ask it to produce FAQs, script with the FAQs, good to go. So yeah. But yeah, having fancy colors and images, AI agents come in to view your services or products, they're not that bothered about it. They just want to know the details,
because
and if
of
it
course, like
matches.
at the moment, like we do spend so much time making sure it is visually appealing. It has got that beautiful brand. It's got those beautiful images. Some people have spent a lot of time, a lot of effort, even a lot of money, maybe, having a creative director come on board for these products, or, if it's a big group program that they're launching, you want to make sure that everything's coherent to the brand. I know people who have spent thousands and thousands on a creative director, for the launch of their group program. So that's really interesting now, actually, how it is now shifting. I still feel like that is so important, having, the right imagery and brand. But it's now also having that secondary part that actually is appealing to an AI agent to then report back and go, I think this is the course that would be best for you, or I think this is the product that I think would be best for you after doing all of my research.
Yeah. I think actually where you mentioned secondary, I think secondary will actually become the primary point. So yeah, the primary point is the AI, one, has to find it, two, find it interesting.
Yeah.
But then when you then give it to the user, that's then what used to be the primary would then be the visuals, and then go, wow, okay, this looks really professional.
Yeah.
I want to get in on this, and that. I think we're starting to see that maybe flip flop over, aren't we? Which is really interesting.
Yeah. Maybe secondary wasn't probably the right word that I wanted to use at the time, but I was thinking like it's as important to have the visuals, but also the information for the AI agent. They're like, I guess at the, there's no first or second. They're both as important to include.
Yes, I guess
They're
they
on
are.
par.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
But without the AI searchable, then you forget it.
Yeah, but then also without the vision and the beautiful images and the right layout, then again, the right copy, then again, a human isn't going to click yes to buy.
Mm.
So do you see what I mean? It has to be,
Yeah.
they both are equally as important. You have to have both. So you have
Mm.
to have the AI agent that can, you know, find you and then report back to the human and say, go and check out this course.
Mm.
But then, like, when the human goes to check out that web page, it has to have not only the right information, but has to have the right look.
Yeah. But I guess there's also another thing that I just thought of is kind of, is it going to get to a point where you'll do your search like you would do, you have your search chat with whichever
Yeah.
AI, and then you'll just go, yeah, that's fine, just go and buy it, and then we'll use that agent payment protocol to then just go and pay for it. So I think it'd be really interesting when it does come out. Is I would imagine they'd have it in like the analytics for the website, so you'd be able to see how that purchase was made. But I think
Yeah.
it'd be really interesting to see who actually goes and visits from an AI search, and then who actually just uses the AI to just go and buy it.
I mean, me right now not actually going to check them out personally yourself, like, gives me anxiety. Like, why wouldn't you? But I feel like this time next year, we could be sat here saying, well, why would you go and check it out? Because the AI agents are so reliable.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
But right now, it gives me extreme anxiety to think that someone would be like, oh, yeah, this AI agent or this AI search has come back and said I should purchase this course or this product, so I'm just going to buy it without even checking it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had Claude come back and, like, given me, I think, 3 different courses that I can't remember what it was for now. It was a while ago. And it came back with like 3 courses or something. And I went and checked all of them out, and I feel like it did an all right-ish
Mm.
job.
Yeah.
I did not purchase any of them.
Yeah. But that's just based on what it could find. So
Yeah.
there could be that right course for you, but if AI can't find it, then it can't give it to you. Yeah.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what a crazy world to live in.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, so
Yeah.
that was Gemini
Spark.
Spark we were
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
What about Google Flow?
Yeah. So Flow has been around for a little while, but I thought it'd be really interesting to talk about this one because of what it could do. And I always want to do stuff like this. So it's kind of like a video editing and creation platform. That's all Flow is.
Yeah.
But what they've recently added is a Gemini Omni model, which is quite clever. So what you can do is essentially give it, let's say, like a starting image or an end image that you've created somewhere else using like Nano Banana or whatever. So
Yeah.
you've given it that. You could give it like a voiceover or music, and then you could then say, and then give it then text all in one go to say, well, look, this is how I want it to work. You know, this is how the scene's going to play out. But it's taking all of those bits of information in one big chunk to create that clip. So previously you would have to, create the clip, maybe have to have a couple of goes at it, and then you would then have to put it in like an editing platform to add the audio, and then there's all kinds of little things like that which kind of took you away from the Flow platform. Like you would have to edit it somewhere else to add that in. Whereas now this Gemini Omni model is just going to do all of that for you within that platform. So I think that's going to be pretty cool to see what videos and things that businesses come out with. Hopefully it's not just going to be Yetis in the snow and stuff like that. If we're going to use it for something useful.
Yeah, and I feel like this is only going to get better and better and better, because at the moment, isn't there a maximum clip of 10 seconds?
There is, yes, but I believe most video creation platform video models maximum of 8 seconds.
Right.
So it is a little bit more, but I guess if you've got like your creative brain together, you could create like a sequence of clips and then put them all together, kind of thing, to get you that 30-second or whatever video that you want. So especially for like products and things like, you could have like a really cool transition to move from one bit to the next or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's going to be really awesome to see how that works. I feel
like this has to get better because, again, it's such a short video. So again, I feel like in 6 months' time or a year's time, Google Flow is going to have way more updates, hopefully. Hopefully, or it's going to not be around anymore, I guess. It always goes one way or the other, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, Sora died a death, didn't it, not long ago?
R.I.P. Press. So yeah, hopefully it's going to create longer videos and it will still be here in 6 to 12 months' time.
Google have got the computing power and the money to do this sort of stuff, whereas OpenAI, I think, were trying to do too much.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. Okay. So, interesting update, that one.
Yeah, really interesting.
We can actually use this for free, the Flow. So if you want to try it out, then if you've got a free Gemini account, I think you can do 2 videos a day. So you can't go crazy, but you can use it on a free account.
I think that's pretty good. 2 videos a day. I mean, not great when you're just trying to test it out and play around with it, but
yeah, you have to come back to it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it kind of, the usage links into the Gemini pricing structure. So as you pay more money into the Gemini ecosystem, you get more credits to use on Flow, basically. So yeah.
Okay. The next update is Anti-Gravity 2.0 App Builder.
Yeah. So to get back to like Anti-Gravity 1.0, that's what I used to use every single day, because it was kind of a way you could build apps, websites or whatever, but you could see the code. If you were so inclined, you could edit the code within there. You could fire up terminals and run the app and all this sort of great stuff. And I found it like really, really useful. I mean, I'm not a developer, but I still found it useful, just to see things going on and being able to edit things manually if I wanted to, or even if I could, I don't know. But what they decided to do with 2.0, and it's caused quite a bit of upset within the anti-gravity community, shall we say, is all of that file editing and viewing has gone. So you can't open a terminal, you can't view the files, you can't edit files. So like all the developers were like, well, I really liked it, but I wanted a bit of both worlds. But Anti-Gravity 2.0 came out and they just went as kind of like a mandatory update. It wasn't optional. So lots of developers weren't too pleased about it. But essentially what it is now, it's kind of like a chat session. So you can talk about the app or website that you're trying to build. And what it does, it uses like a multi-agent system to create your apps and websites quicker. So it'll be able to do lots and lots of tasks in parallel. It should therefore be more accurate. But unfortunately, it just annoyed millions of people at the same time. I haven't fully tried it out yet because I haven't quite got my head around the app as such. So I do need to go off and give it a go, but and see how it gets on. But apparently it's better than what it used to be from like an agent coding perspective.
Yeah. So again, this goes back to AI being all about communication, doesn't it, rather than tech? So do you think that's why they've done this update? Because more and more AI and the automations were actually about how well can you communicate with this platform and this system? And it was becoming less and less about tech. And I feel that's exactly the route that anti-gravity has gone down. And that's probably why it's upset developers because they are very techy,
Yeah.
and it's code based, whereas actually anti-gravity would be like, well, actually we want more people to use it, so we're going to take away the tech
Techie bit.
bit
Yeah.
and actually make it more accessible to people by just making it about communication and having a chat with the app.
Yeah, because I think with the first version of it, yes, it would have been very overwhelming. Like, you would have hated it, Katie. You wouldn't have enjoyed the experience. Let's put it that way. Whereas, like, now it's just like opening a normal chat session. But what I would say is, like, a lot of people that I've seen online using the earlier version of anti-gravity was using it a bit like me. I would never use the coding agent. I never touched it for that. I just using it to edit stuff, use the terminal, maybe sometimes the agent, but really I was using Claude Code to do the bulk of the work, and that was just a chat session. So so really they've looked at what Codex from OpenAI, Claude Code from Anthropic, and then gone, well, actually maybe we should be a bit more like those guys, and move over to that, because I'm just chatting with Claude Code like I would do any other AI agent. So I guess I should find Anti-Gravity 2.0 really easy, but I'll have to give it a go. See how I get on. Yeah.
It'd be really interesting to see, like, if more people then start using it, or if there's a big decline. Because I'm guessing, like, because anti-gravity 1.0 has been around for quite some time, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, in the AI world, probably about 6 months.
Yeah, that's a very long time in the AI world.
It is, isn't it?
6
God, it's
days
like a
is
decade.
a long time. Yeah. So I think that's the thing, is people then get used to using it a certain way, and then when it completely changes, everyone kind of like freaks out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I opened it after the update, and I was straight away like, where's the files gone? I've opened a project, now what do I do? I've just got a text box. I was like, I want to see it.
Yeah.
So no, not anymore.
So it's kind of having to relearn the whole
platform,
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Having to relearn how to use it, which
a
lot of people don't like doing.
No, it also forces you to use the Gemini models, I think, as well.
Okay.
Instead. So before, I would use anti-gravity and then load the terminal and then use Claude Code in the terminal. So so I guess they're kind of trying to get around that as well. So more people are using their models to do the coding, because selfishly, that's where the money's at, because we're spending lots of money on tokens, which is only a good thing if you're an AI provider.
I mean, as a business model, it makes complete sense.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It makes more sense now than when I was looking at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Well, I think that was all the updates. I say all the updates, that was a lot.
Yeah. And there was lots of other stuff in the Google ecosystem that they updated. So if you've got anything like Android devices or anything other Google related that you like, then they did tons of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let us know, what do you think of any of the updates that we've discussed today? Come and let us know. Either email in at hello@makeautomations.ai, or you can come over to our free group on LinkedIn, which is AI Automations Business. Everyone is welcome to join. It's completely free. There's no upselling or anything. Just come and have a chat with fellow people who love AI and automations. But we always love hearing from you, knowing what you're doing with AI, building with AI or automations, how you're using it, how you're implementing it into your business. Yeah, come and let us know. We always love hearing about it, don't we, Noel?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's really awesome seeing what people do with it.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for listening to this week's podcast episode. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll catch you for another one very soon.